Hi, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Gig Economy Podcast. Real quick sponsors, Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid, located on Stafford, just east of 131 on 44th Street. Call them at 532-6600, or you can schedule online, irvines.com. 4.7 Google rating. That's amazing, out of almost 300 reviews. Don't take my word for it. Look at the reviews. I mean, they're amazing. Thank you to Irvine's Auto Repair for being the studio sponsor of the Gig Economy Podcast. And of course, Oil Uber. Go to oiluber.com to sign up to get your on-demand oil change or to sign up to be a technician. They are looking for techs in Grand Rapids and all over the United States, but this is a company based out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and man, they are just doing great. And now they do jump starts, so now you can sign up to help people get their car jump started and get paid doing that too, so that's great. Oiluber.com to sign up to get your oil change, to get a jump start, or to be a technician. And back by popular demand, Jackie from Michigan Insurance and Financial Services. Jackie is my insurance agent and the insurance agent of the Gig Economy Podcast. Call her at 269-569-6127. That is her cell number. Or you may email her, Jackie at miafs.com. With the insurance reform that recently passed, it's good time to get a little bit of an audit. Jackie is an insurance agent, an independent insurance agent, and she can quote several different companies to get you the best price. 269-569-6127 or Jackie at miafs.com. Also, a plug for us, patreon.com/search the Gig Economy Podcast. We'd love to have you support us. You get free merch, pre-show banter, and one extra Gig Economy podcast a month, where we typically interview a new app or a company that supports the gig economy. We would love for you to support us. That would be great. Patreon.com/the Gig Econ Podcast, or just search the Gig Economy Podcast at patreon.com. Enjoy the show. Oh, no.
How many times have you done
Wait. This is Threads theme song.
We are professionals. We are professionals.
Holy shit. I was just saying to the guys, I'm like, Threads doesn't stream anymore, so all the settings are the same. Wow, that was awkward. So anyways, hi y'all, welcome to, I'm going to piss everyone off because I want to vote yes on Prop 22. Tonight we have Jesper and Pete.
Hey, and I'm voting no.
You're voting no?
I'm voting no.
You're off the show. All right. This studio is sponsored by apparently Threads and Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid. We'll talk about them a little bit later. God, that was funny. Ben's going to get a huge kick out of that. So yeah, tonight I'm going to go over some things. We're going to talk about Proposal 22. We've already had some Dave the Uber slave is mad at us because I can't vote. We're from Michigan. But we feel that you should vote yes because you want to stay independent. You don't want benefits. This is not what this is about. We're going to talk about somebody that was charged with an assault after farting in an Uber. So that's awkward.
Yep.
We're going to talk about an ant tripping on acid. We're talking about Uber was sued for rider ratings to fire drivers. What else? What else are we going to talk about? Restaurants stealing tips.
Yeah.
And much more. But
lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, and we want to hear what you want to talk about too. If you put it in the comments. We like interacting with y'all. And yeah. We super appreciate it. Just so everyone knows, it is Pete's last night on the show. He's pissed. He hates us. I'm not sure why, but
it's because of the beard.
It's because of the beard.
I mean, look at my beard and then look at that.
I'm sorry. Do you need me to
sorry.
shave? No, Pete.
Actually, it does look like you did something with it, though.
So it actually was trimmed a little bit when I got my. Well, you haven't even seen this. Hold on.
I knew I could tell you got it.
I got it cut short again.
Wow,
it's not long, but yeah, my haircut lady decided I need to trim that up a little bit, so she helped me out. But
it looks really good.
Thank you. So Pete is working full time for an insurance company, and he's not going to do any gig work. And so, yeah, he's going to just not be a regular, but going to step in as a
I'm not going away.
No, as a co-host here or there, and
He'll be back sometimes.
you're just going to have to deal with Jesper and I at times. I hope that's okay.
Gosh, Jason. So it's just you and me?
I guess. I guess.
Maybe
I'm going to drive past here one day and like the house is going to be burned down.
Maybe I'll quit too.
What? What the hell? Oh my gosh! If it's just me, this is the last podcast you all hear. So you better get in and get your digs in before you go. If you can share the Facebook page with anyone else that might want to know the show or want to listen to the show. Also, if you could follow us on YouTube, subscribe and like, that would be great. We also have a Telegram group where we talk to different people throughout the world, New Zealand, North Carolina. We don't have anyone in California.
When you say North Carolina, you have to say it like North Carolina.
Is that how they say it?
Yeah, like the song.
I don't know that song.
Yeah, I mean,
Am I?
Wow.
I'm sorry. Is this awkward? So awkward. If you click on the link in the description, it'll take you to the Telegram chat so you can talk to us.
Irvin says.
Irvines is talking,
Yep.
not Irvin.
God, who said that? Did you? You're
Did I say
fired.
it? I said Irvines. That's what I said. That's what I heard. They said nice haircut.
Oh,
Megan is in for podcast shenanigans. So
Oh, is that Megan? Who
no,
knows?
it's Megan.
I'm just kidding.
You probably don't know because my Megan is spelled different. But anyways,
I know.
speaking of Irvines, we have to show a video. Hold on. Let me get to that. This is what they do at Irvines. Just kidding. They have fun. They fix cars too. So let me see. Jesper, there's one for you for hitting the mic.
Ding, ding.
All right, here we go. Here it is.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, what else was I supposed to do with that airbag?
I mean,
come on.
that was, I should have explained it. That was an airbag that they had to detonate. So they thought, let's put it in a pumpkin.
Have you ever had an airbag go off? On you?
Were we friends when I basically drove in a big hole on 131 and and put $8,000 worth of damage into my
I don't
pilot?
think so. No.
My airbag went off.
How'd that feel?
It's frightening. And I had airbag burns because I was driving it actually burned where my tattoo is because I was driving like this and it went off and it just boom.
My brother, his airbag went off in an older car that he had. I think it was a Dodge Shadow.
Okay.
And if you remember those.
Yeah, I do.
I just dated myself here.
Yeah,
but,
they were not the most quality automobile.
But yeah, it went off, broke his glasses on his face. He had burns all over his face.
Yeah, I just had it on my arm, my arm mostly. It scared the shit out every time.
Speaking of Mark.
Mark's always got our jam. Yeah, it scared me. It was so loud. My ears were ringing for I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. But
Wow.
do you want to hear the story about that?
I've never heard that. No. This is the same pilot you have?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was almost brand new to me. Okay. This is embarrassing. So, on the highway, they cut out these huge sections of concrete and they repair them, right? They, especially on 131, that's not asphalt.
Always under construction.
Yeah, it's always under construction. So it was raining. It was 2:30 in the morning. I'm tired, okay? And I go over, so the cones stop, and I go over to get off at Hall, speaking of Hall, and there was no cones in front of the hole. I drove right in the hole.
Right.
It was probably 3 feet deep, and then I went down, and then, of course, I didn't go back up and smash right into it, and airbag went off.
Wow. Did you get airborne?
No, I wasn't going fast because it was raining and I was slowing down to get over. So I was probably doing 25, maybe 30,
okay.
but enough to put
$8,000 going that. That's not that slow, but still.
I mean, it destroyed the front end.
I like how you say there was no cone.
There wasn't.
Sure.
I actually took a picture, and
But there was no cone afterwards.
No, listen.
You ever noticed, Jesper, that Jason's got some
What?
got some hand movements
Tonight?
Yeah.
Sorry. No.
Maybe it's the haircut.
It is. I feel lighter. No, but listen. I'm serious. Like, you're cutting my story off. I took pictures of it. There were no cones. Like, when I got out, maybe a minute or whatever, a guy drives by, construction worker. I start rolling film. He's like, oh, my God, there was no cones there. Holy cow, we better get that taken care of. I go, you think?
You didn't pay for any of that, did you?
No. I sent it to the insurance company. I sent them the video. They're like, oh, yeah, no problem. We got this. And I never paid a dime.
Nice.
Everything got fixed.
So
and
they send it on to the company.
Yeah,
the
there was
construction company.
Basically, he says, he goes, you know what? You're not going to have to hear from me again. This is all taken care of. So
Yeah, you have to tell Megan that story tomorrow because she's like, what?
What, Megan?
Irvine.
Why?
Because she's like giving you, faces. So like, she's never heard about that.
Are you flirting with Megan? Because you've been
Of
bringing.
course not.
I think you
I'm
need to.
paying attention to the chat, man.
Okay.
Maybe you should do that.
I have.
Jason cannot do that.
No, I have many things
Jason
to
needs
do.
to focus on just doing the podcast.
All right, let's get into the news. But before we do that, enjoy my new slides. Our studio sponsor is Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid. They're located on 44th Street, just east of 131 on Stafford. You can call them at 532-6600 or schedule online irvines.com. If you notice in the slide, they have an average of 4.7 rating with 276 reviews. And I know for a fact,
That's
if you
pretty damn good.
if you go there, they respond to every single one of them, negative or positive. So 532-6600, irvines.com. This is the last week, Breaks for Breasts. So, I mean, actually, this doesn't matter because you will get this on Monday and it'll be November. But if you're listening to the live stream, if you're watching now, you can still get the deal. So head to their website. You can schedule everything online.
And that's free pads or was it 10%?
No, it's free pads or drums or $30 towards the service, not oil changes. And then 10% of that goes to the Cleveland Clinic to try to find a vaccine. So, all right. Thank you, Irvines, for supporting us. We really appreciate that.
I'm sorry. Did you say try to find a vaccine?
Yeah.
For breasts?
For breast cancer.
There's no vaccine for cancer, dude.
What do you think they work on all the time, Jesper? A vaccine. No. What do you think HPV is that your daughter gets at the doctor? That's a vaccine so you don't get cervical cancer. Whatever.
It's a cure for cancer.
Well,
is that a vaccine? I guess that's it.
That is a cure. My daughter gets 2 shots for HPV, and the boys get it too.
I guess I've just never heard it explained as a vaccine for cancer. I guess.
Yeah. That's actually, I got that from them. So if you think it's bullshit, you're calling Irvine bullshit.
I'm
science.
Hey, no, it is and Megan put me in my spot. Sorry, thank you.
See?
Breast cancer vaccine.
So,
I've never heard of that.
But how crazy it is that with the HPV that my daughter gets it and she will not get cervical cancer. It's
awesome.
They need that for everything. So one day we'll kick cancer's ass.
Absolutely.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No.
I don't want you spreading.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay, so, as long as you admit it. Okay,
absolutely, I'll take it.
Prop 22. We're gonna watch a video of someone that wants it and doesn't, and let's just have a discussion. So I'm gonna play that real quick, and then we'll come back and chat.
That's right. While many rideshare workers call this decision a victory, many worry that it could affect their bottom line. And even though Uber and Lyft are expected to appeal the decision, they are spending tens of millions of dollars to bring the issue before voters in November.
Independent contractors have been keeping the community and society moving.
Al Porsche was grateful to switch over from driving for Uber and Lyft to delivering groceries and food during the pandemic, but feels the California judge's ruling suddenly threatens his freedom and flexibility.
We have the option to work either during the day, in the middle of the day, late at night.
Porsche drives in San Diego. He says handling deliveries on his own time is an ideal gig for an Army veteran. But in a stunning decision Monday, a judge is ordering Uber and Lyft to stop classifying their drivers as independent contractors and instead make them employees, as stipulated in California's AB 5 law.
Just call them independent contractors. They don't have to pay their fair share.
Mike Robinson drives for Lyft and is a member of the Mobile Workers Alliance, which hopes to form into a union. He's part of the gig economy workers demanding minimum wage, overtime, sick leave, and other benefits the law affords them.
I'm getting older. We need medical insurance.
This is more about unionizing drivers than it is about drivers getting benefit.
Judah Bell maintains independent contractors can actually earn more than full-time employees.
I was a full-time driver, and I was making approximately $30 an hour.
She's counting on the November election when voters will decide on Prop 22. The ballot measure backed by Uber and Lyft would override AB 5 by classifying all gig economy workers as independent contractors.
We're going to keep fighting. We're not going to give up.
So will drivers on the other side.
Well, drivers support Prop 22. It allows us to keep our independent contractor status and flexible schedule.
How that shakes out, we'll know when voters turn in their ballots in November. As for the author of AB 5, San Diego Assemblywoman Lorena Gonzalez, she is praising the judge's ruling tonight for demanding, quote, justice for hundreds of thousands of drivers seeking benefits in California.
All right, we're back. Such a sensitive topic.
Absolutely.
When you get hate before you go live, it's usually...
maybe you should specify out. Just stop by talking about, AB 5, Prop 22. What does yes mean and what does no mean? Let's stop by that.
Yeah, I think most of the people that listen to our show and obviously follow us want a vote of yes. So basically, if the no vote goes through, Uber has to classify their workers as employees.
Correct.
So they have to offer them benefits, sick time, like everything you do for a W-2 employee, not an independent contractor.
And if we go yes, then everybody gets to stay as independent contractors.
Right.
Yeah.
And now there's obviously probably more details than what we're just saying, but that's the gist of it.
That's a basic gist of it. Yeah.
And I feel like I see more vote no when I'm on Reddit and stuff like that, but it's like, why?
It's kind of worded weird though, so maybe if people don't understand it correctly, was kind of why.
That's part of the problem is that depending on who's putting out the surveys,
right,
they're wording them,
Oh, sure.
I don't want to say confusingly, but confusingly.
Well, that's what legislators do.
Right.
Both sides. They're both doing it.
Right.
I mean, the vote yes or vote no. I mean, I just, to me, how is that sustainable? It's not sustainable. I mean, I know they have gobs of money, but I mean, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I personally feel Uber and Lyft are going to pull out for a while if it goes through. And then what do you got? You ain't got shit.
Then you don't have anything. So Dave... He says, and so Dave is on from YouTube, and he goes, I'm driving in California. We are voting no on Proposal 22, so Uber can't keep effing us over. A union gives us a seat at the table to negotiate a better deal. But and we understand that you guys want that. We all want a better deal. The problem is...
Comes with strings.
Well, yeah,
and do we really want that better deal? I mean, I don't want to give up my status of independent contractor. I didn't want to have this as an extra 8 to 5 job.
Yeah, I mean, I want to reiterate what Jesper said. I think all that would be great. I mean, I'm not saying I don't want any of that stuff, but we're not really taking Uber's side. We're taking our side.
Exactly.
I want to be an independent contractor. I don't want to have a boss tell me when I can go online and when I already have one of those bosses. And it's not a bad boss, but I mean, I have to be to work at 7:30 every day and get my work done. Now, I went out today. It was slow as hell. I said, screw it, came back and did some editing work. So
I mean, Dave, we all agree the fact that they're taking too much of the pie right now.
100%.
All of those things, we agree with that, and we don't want him to do any of that thing. But we don't believe, at least the three of us in the studio right now, we don't believe that the answer is to become employees.
Let me read something that I found in an article.
Okay. That was a little loud because I had bumped it up for that video.
The most murky benefit is guaranteed wage floor. Proposition 22 would ensure 120% of minimum wage and 30 cents per mile for drivers, adjusted for inflation.
Wait, 120% of minimum wage? So they would get paid 120% of minimum?
But there's a pretty big catch. The guarantee is only for engaged driving time, defined as the time between accepting a service request and completing the request.
So not sitting at the airport.
Right.
So you actually have to be in transit, which we kind of talked about the Seattle one where you said that you at least had to have that one ride. And if you had that one ride and you made $3, you at least would get 16 for that hour.
Right.
So it's kind of something like that. You have to be
But I wouldn't want to drive Uber if all I made is $16 an hour. No way.
No. Someone from actually Periscope, I think it's our first comment from Periscope, says it's better to remain independent contractors. Unions want to take away our freedom. Right. I mean, I am not I feel like there's unions for the right thing. Like the basketball union, the sports union is bullshit. I think that's dumb. I think a union for a worker that is in terrible conditions, like, yeah, I get that. If it's a W, they already get benefits or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I flirt the line with it. I'm not against unions, but I'm not for them. I'm just like, they have their place, but not in rideshare, not in gig economy. That's the whole purpose. You're going to kill the actual gig economy if you do this, not just for Uber and Lyft, but for Amazon, then DoorDash, and all the other ones. I don't care if they fund it. I don't care at all.
They started the Proposal 22 because they don't want it.
And they already gave California the cat's meow anyways. Before this, they were like letting them know how far everything was. Like, and you didn't even have to have diamond status.
Right.
Again, Dave, we're not necessarily on Uber's side.
No,
at all.
I'm on my side.
We just don't want independent contractors. And if the answer not to become independent contractors is Proposal 22, then let's vote yes. That's what we are saying. But we don't want any of those. I mean, we just don't think that being an employee is the right answer. Because here's the other side of this.
Because we don't want to.
Well, here's the other side, Dave. And I know I'm speaking a lot to Dave on YouTube. Basically, what's gonna stop them from just firing you, or giving you less work, then you have no control.
The problem is you shouldn't have said the firing, because he's going to jump all over you on that, because drivers get deactivated all the time for no recourse. That's where I feel like,
and that's
maybe
true. That's true.
Not a union, but some sort of coalition would be, because you get deactivated, you're like, there's no recourse. You know what I mean? At least if you're a W-2 employee, you get fired, you're an at-will employee, but if it's a wrongful fire, you can sue them and say, hey, this wasn't correct.
Right.
First of all, check out Dave the Uber Slave's YouTube page. Yes. It's really good. He's got a lot of good videos. Even though we don't agree, he puts out a good product.
Yeah, he has a great channel.
I've talked to him before, so just throwing that out there. But I guess, he says, how will it kill gigs? I just think when you get the government involved and all this extra rigmarole, it just F's things up.
Well, and I think the biggest thing for us, at least with gig work, is the flexibility. And you're saying, how is it going to change the flexibility? I think it will. I mean, all of a sudden, if they're your boss, they're going to determine when you're going to work.
When you're going to drive.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, and your rating is a little bit lower than driver Joe. So guess what? You don't get first. I mean, it happens with Grubhub now. If you want to get the first shot at the schedule, you have to have a high rating, you have to have a high acceptance rate. Like, that's already starting to creep into the apps. If you do this, it's going to be all the time. So I don't know. I don't know who this on Periscope. I think it's Joe on. I don't know. Go 29. If Prop 22 fails, would Uber and Lyft hire only a certain amount? Of course.
Yep.
I mean,
you wouldn't be able to do both platforms.
No.
Yeah, that's another good point.
You would. I'm almost. I don't know.
Not compete.
That would be part of the rules, of course. So I think the really cool thing we have an opportunity here, Dave. So I'm gonna ask here, and you respond. Come on the show. Let's do an interview. Let's talk about this at our one of the next future shows.
The problem is voting's next week.
Well, then let's talk about the repercussions afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
I mean,
here's another thing. If Proposition 22 passes, it would prevent local governments from passing laws that require companies to provide additional benefits and protection for gig workers, not included in Proposition 22. That's because of the 7/8 provision. A single sentence on page 18 of the initiative requires a 7/8 vote of both the State Assembly and Senate in order to amend Proposition 22 in any way. This particular requirement is unprecedented. Some propositions have required 2/3 or 3/5, but never 7/8.
Wow, that's crazy. Sam brought up a good point, too. Your ability to turn down rides will be gone. Now, these are all speculations, because if you turn down rides, it'd be like, oh, we don't need you anymore.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Well, and so Dave says we can't fire too many because you have to have some drivers. Absolutely. But I mean, so we're in the Michigan market, right? We're in Grand Rapids, Michigan market. And there's way too many drivers here as it is. I bet they could fire half the drivers and there'll still be plenty of drivers to cover the market.
Well, even says in LA, it's hard to get trips anyway. Well, this is COVID world right now too. So, you know what I mean? You can't really judge the amount of rides you get via COVID. But yeah, I mean, that being said, I mean, we're looking at it just from a different perspective.
Yep.
You know, we don't do it full time. I mean, when Pete did it full time, I'm sure he would still want to remain an independent contractor because
I was working 3 days a week.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this a lot of times. I would stay home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and most of the day Thursday. I'd like go out for a little bit on Thursday morning, but I would bust my butt Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
You couldn't do that. You can't do that as, as a regular worker.
Right.
It's the freedoms that you're allowed being independent contractor.
Now, one thing I would like, this is not way off, but a little regulation of how many drivers they do now allow online. So while I don't want that because I want to go when I want to do it, but they need to go by demand. Like I wish, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, maybe I'm flip-flopping. Not flip-flopping. I want my independence. But, I mean, you talked about the saturation of the market. So sometimes you can't even make money, which, again, you go like, hey, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do food delivery. I'm going to do – I mean, new apps keep opening up. If you join our Patreon, we've interviewed two companies that I think are going to be a game changer.
They certainly have the potential of being game changers.
And they're not rideshare companies.
Right,
So if you join our Patreon, you get early access to it.
So, Dave, contact us on team at
Gig Economy.
Thank you, gigeconomypodcast.com. Gig Economy dash?
Yeah, we couldn't buy the other one.
no.
She didn't want to give it up.
Whatever. Gig Economy podcast.com. And then we'll set something up. And
Or maybe just send us a Facebook message.
well, you could do that too, I guess. Fine. And all the things you're bringing up right here, we don't agree with that either. Obviously, they shouldn't be doing and playing the game that way. There's no way. I agree 100%.
Yeah, it's a good discussion to have. I'm not saying we're for Uber doing all this stuff. Like, I think some things should change. I don't think they pay us enough, but I also don't want to work for a boss. I don't need benefits. This was set up to be. I mean, and nothing against Pete. I mean, I do this full time in the winter, so it's with me too. It was set up to be kind of a gig kind of thing. It is a challenge to do it full time. Not so much anymore because there's more different options. But I just I don't want somebody to say because I even thought, like, just for an example, oh man, gig's gonna be a little light this year. Maybe I'll go get a pizza delivery job. I'm like, no, I don't want to work on a schedule. Like, I'm doing snowplowing this year. I'm like, how am I going to do that if I got to go out and plow and I got to go deliver pizzas?
Right.
I was like, screw this. I'm not going to get a pizza. You know what I mean? So, yes. All
Sam
right.
says you need exactly the number of drivers for the amount of riders. Even if riders wait a little longer, they will insist that drivers are back-to-back nonstop.
I mean, I still remember when we just started. When I started 3-4 years ago, we were back to back all the time, and that's when it was fun. It wasn't so much about the making money at the time. It was just it's being fun when you're back to back. I don't want to sit still.
No. I mean, now today was obviously today. See, this is a good example for new drivers. Let me just throw this out here about how you have to have a little bit of. Sorry,
So he's plowing and lawn. Oh my gosh, I can't.
No, somebody. No, who's our
Mowing
Patreon?
lawns.
Who's our Patreon from Georgia? I feel bad. I forget his name. He pops on in it, but he was like, "Oh, I hear you're driving a Zamboni now." Like, kind of the joke, you know what I mean? God, what is his name? I feel so bad. It's not like we have that many of them or anything. What was I gonna say? Oh, I had a good point, but
New drivers.
Oh, for example, it's still a skill today. It's been raining for the last 2 days. Great time to deliver, right? Today I was like, I'm going to go out. I'm home from my other job. I'm almost wrapped up. It's beautiful sunshine. It's the middle of the day on Wednesday, and I'm in Granville, which is a suburb of Grand Rapids. How many deliveries do you think I got or that were worthwhile? Yeah, I got to one. I went to the restaurant, and it had already been picked up. And the other one, I got one more, and the rest of them, I never got a ping. you got to still do the work to find the money.
Right.
So you can still do it. But anyways, that's my little tangent. But Yesser's going to talk about people farting. And
oh my
I can't wait for that because
That'll be
it
so
already
much
smells
fun.
in here.
It was Pete.
Heyo.
Oh, can we still use that, or is that
Oh, yeah.
trademarked?
Okay, so the article is from the New York Post, which is I don't quite know the whole thing about this website. It's certainly not.
It's very
It's just kind of a iffy, funny kind of.
no. The New York Post is not. The website's just full of ads.
It's stupid.
You better mute it because it's probably
Well,
going to
it's
play.
muted.
Okay.
So, man is charged with assault after farting in Uber, and this whole thing is just strange. So, a UK man has been charged with assault after allegedly farting in an Uber and attacking the driver for protesting. He behaved in an unattractive manner that night, defense lawyer Anthony Bignall told the Bristol Crown Court about his client's behavior. The odoriferous
Is that a farting term?
Yeah,
Odoriferous?
I think odoriferous incident reportedly occurred last year when Kingswood's James Mallet, 35, let it rip in the back of the ride while on the way to a local nightclub with other 3 people. This was the final straw for the Uber driver named Alexander Bonchev, who had allegedly suffered abuse at the hands of other passengers, according to court testimony. So basically, he had a bad day. And then this guy farts in the back of the car, and it's just been enough. Yeah, exactly. So Alexander just had enough, and they start fighting. So
I was waiting for a break in the conversation.
So basically, James Scott said Bonchev told Mallet to leave the vehicle, whereupon the flatulent fare offered to fight the driver and struck him in the head. Bonchev reportedly responded in defense by punching the Mallet in the face, knocking him to the ground. So they got in a fight for that. The biggest, so it goes on and on and on and on. The biggest problem, I think, is it ends on a kind of a bad note. The ordeal has proven worse for Bonchev. So basically, the guy who farts gets a $650 fine, 120 hours community service, and the guy who was the driver, Bonchev, ended up losing his job, his vehicle, and his house, and has since returned to his home country of Bulgaria. Obviously, it was a little bit worse for him. He shouldn't have reacted the way he did. Yeah, it's bad that the driver farts in the vehicle, but that is what it is. We all deal with stupid stuff all the time. I've had many people puke in my car, and you just deal with it and you move on.
Yeah.
But he had a bad day, and that's what happened, and it's just,
I think there's more. There's probably more to the story. You only get half the.
I'm sure there's much more to the story.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. But yeah. It's
I guess the end of the story is don't fart in
Don't
Ubers.
fart in your Uber.
Yeah, just if you're gonna do it, just crop dust as you get out. Like,
I had somebody do that.
oh gosh, I've had it several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, or what happens is they fart and they're sitting. Look, listen, no one's gonna want to sponsor this show. We're talking about farting.
It's 2, Jesper.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 3.
Yeah. Earlier he was, doing this up and down. I need to swap his out because his, for whatever reason, is loose right there. Anyways, what was I talking about?
Farting.
Yeah, but what else? I was talking about no one would sponsor this show. Oh, no, they go while they're sitting down. I do it at my own house, and you get up, you're like, oh, God. Oh, God. My wife's like, what did you do? I'm like, that was like 20 minutes ago. I don't know why.
Oh, man.
Bunch of boys. All right.
All right, so this next one is from one of the Facebook groups. This passenger. Why do you guys always do that? Me. What's that? Pax. Run red lights. You guys always do that. Me. I ran a red light. When? Pax. Just now. See, you didn't even notice. Me. You mean left on red? You can do that when it's one-way streets. Pax. No, you can't. Me. Yes, you can. I'm positive. Pax. Seriously? Me. Yep. 100%. Pax. Oh, shit. Me. Yeah. Pax. I've been reporting Uber drivers for running red lights. What do I do? Me. ... Pax. ... Me. Maybe call Uber and try to retract. It could be deactivated for that. Pax, what does that mean? Me, fired. It means fired. Pax, oh shit. Me, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, they could be deactivated for
Right.
that. I mean, if you get a safety violation of like running red lights, like, I mean, the first one you're probably okay, but for chance you got another one, then you're for sure out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
America is weird though.
we are.
It's just my family when they were first over here. So I'm from Denmark. When they came over here the first time, and I would always do, you know, as we do all the time, we turn right on a red. And he's like, "What are you doing?" Like,
You turn right on red here.
Well, I know, but you can't in Europe.
Oh.
It's like,
You
guys
can't?
driving the wrong side of the road,
We
too.
got
so.
shit to do, man. We ain't got time to be like doing
Like, if it's a red light, you ain't going nowhere.
paying 80% taxes so I can go to university for free. I mean, come on, universal health care. We got shit to do.
You guys driving the
Anyways.
left-hand side of the road, too?
No,
Not in Denmark.
That's in
Driving the
Britain.
wrong side of the car?
Nope.
That's
No?
in Britain, dude.
Well, what's
Not
weird
here.
about Michigan too,
Not Denmark.
for people that are listening or watching in Michigan, you can turn on if you're going to turn left and it's a blinking red light. That means hey, you need to stop. But when it's clear, you can go. But no one does. They if it's clear, it's right through. Like no one stops. So that's a little freaky for people that aren't used to that kind of stuff too. That you know, if you've got somebody from out of town, you're in your Uber and they're like, "What the hell?"
Or our Michigan lefts?
The Michigan left,
or the
yeah.
Michigan left. So
Those are fun too.
Dave said he has a video where a passenger farts in the car and they couldn't stop laughing. They're probably high too. That farting and high are a bad combination because, like, you know that's just gonna go crazy. Okay, got to give a shout out to Gabe for this one. He shared it. It's a picture of like drop off instructions. I don't know what app that is. I've never seen that one, but it says drop off instructions. My aunt is tripping on acid and she needs food. Leave on the porch because she doesn't want to put clothes on. Knock those so she knows it's there. Thanks. I'm like, you can't make this shit up. I mean, now you guys are the the Photoshop snobs. Is this Photoshopped or not?
Doesn't look like
It doesn't look like it to
it.
me either, but
Looks real.
I'm
At
bamboozled.
least it's very much lined up correctly if it is. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
but I don't know what
standard
app
font,
that
so-
is either, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it
what-
says Uber right on there.
where?
No,
No,
that's
overlay for
that's his
Android.
overlay.
See,
Ah.
we're iPhone guys. We don't get that sweet little overlay.
Yeah.
So they basically that Uber will be on. It'll. Why does it do that? So
Well,
you can access it quickly. Is
yeah,
that
you can
basically?
just go to it. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of like searching for it. So
Yeah,
that
that's
is probably
pretty nice.
Sam says, can we turn left onto one ways in Michigan on red?
Yes.
I don't know
yes.
about on red, though.
Yes.
yeah.
On a one way.
On a one way.
We just talked about it in the frickin'
Now,
you just
now
read
the
that
it.
was
one, the
blinking.
one way have to be left.
No, it wasn't blinking.
The one way have to go left. But yes, you
Was it
can.
blinking? No.
No, it's just left.
The article doesn't say it was blinking. Yeah. We just talked about it.
It'll
Pete.
specify it if you can't.
Yeah. No, I turn left on red all the time.
Oh,
I mean, we
yeah,
don't have a
absolutely.
ton of one ways, and I mean some in GR, but not enough that I feel like I've turned left. Maybe not.
Yeah, I guess I have too.
Yeah. I mean,
I just had to. I don't know
Again,
why. Like,
we
caught
don't
me
got
off guard.
we ain't got time to wait.
We ain't got time for that.
We ain't got time for that. All right, where are we at here? I'm on that page. Jesper, Uber
It's me
drivers.
again.
He got all the articles tonight. Sorry about that.
This is a follow up to the other one.
I didn't want to make Pete do a ton of articles since this is last night.
So this
you're
is-
so nice.
Oh my gosh. This talks a lot about the things that Dave actually was just talking about, which was the other side of Proposal 22.
Yeah, why don't you?
Which is the coercion. Basically, so the article talking about how Uber is, I guess, misusing or kind of using their platform to have people come in and kind of vote yes for the for.
I mean,
for
do
the
you blame them
proposal.
though?
I don't.
I mean,
but
it's
they
their
shouldn't.
platform. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Well, yeah, they can, but they shouldn't. They shouldn't. I mean, it's
Why? So what is your problem with it? Does it makes it because it? I mean,
well, as one of the, I agree with Dave. What he was saying is, so they're giving away free food at the green light hubs because they're using those for voting places. So they're basically coercing drivers to come in, and while you're there eating their free food, you might as well vote.
oh, is that? Well,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You
know,
didn't really. Explain
So that's
the
what they're
article.
doing, and then they're putting apps all over on the platform, and there's some confusion and there's some disbelief as to whether or not if you are clicking out of the apps too much, if you're not getting rides, that kind of stuff, because it's connected.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind them showing me a message in app, but it would be weird if like you came into the green light hub and they'd be like, "Oh, by the way, while you're here, why don't you vote for this?" Like,
come get free lunch. Come get free lunch at the green light hub, and you might as well vote, right?
Yeah,
I 100% agree with that. That's not, but that's the reason why there should be no money in politics. Period. But there is. It's
Jesper, president, 2000.
I
Got my vote.
24.
I can't be president. I'm
That's
not
right.
born on American soil.
He doesn't have citizenship either.
The podcast won't be the same without
I don't want Trump to come and get me.
You're illegal.
I am not illegal. I'm legal.
All right,
I'm
Pete.
just an alien.
The podcast won't be the same without Pete's pink shirt.
Well, Mark can come wear it instead.
All right, so this next one is Uber is being sued for using biased rider ratings to fire drivers. So Uber is aware, this is what this guy is saying, Uber is aware that passengers are prone to discriminate in their evaluation of drivers, but Uber has continued to use this system, thus make it liable for intentional race discrimination, former driver Thomas Lau said in his complaint.
I was wondering how you're going to pronounce that. I'm reading along with you.
Uber prompts customers to rate drivers on a scale of 1 to 5 stars and then deactivates workers who average rating it deems unsatisfactory, according to the lawsuit. Lau says that while driving for Uber in San Diego, he experienced such signs of bias, such as customers canceling when they saw his photograph or asking in an unfriendly manner where he was from. He claims Uber terminated him in October 2015 because his average customer rating fell below its minimum of 4.6. The 4.6 cutoff automatically deactivated anyone who looked different, dressed different, talked different, or acted different, Lau said in an interview.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, there's always going to be that discrimination. Unfortunately, that's just
I can't speak on being discriminated against, but I can speak on that I 100% don't agree with Uber's rating system.
Yeah. Well, how do they change it? What can they do better?
Well, I think for one, if they're going to allow riders to score below a 3, I think is a fair number.
Yeah.
There has to be an intentional and relayable reason.
Yeah. You just can't do
You can't just give
do a
0
1.
stars or 1 star and say, hit a button that says my driver.
But what's going to stop them from lying, which they do? I mean, how do you vet that?
I think Lyft's system isn't all that bad. It's the same thing, but if they don't vote for you, if they don't rate you at all, it's an automatic 5.
Well, okay. Well, I kind of feel that, and I know Uber has how many drivers? Millions, maybe? I mean,
1 million.
I kind of wish that they would be like, okay, this guy's been great, like up till now. So, okay, let's address it. Let's talk to him about it, but like I don't know.
The problem is they have, one of the problems is they have the system where you get voted on, but you can't fight it.
Yeah, and you don't know what it was.
Right.
Like you could be like, okay, like Sam says, I have dash cam. If you tell me which rider it was, like, I mean, I know they think maybe the driver will have some retribution because they know where the person lives or whatever like that. But
I actually had a lady tell me that.
What's that?
She was afraid to rate her other drivers badly because she was afraid that they would come back.
I mean, so
do something
it's
to
funny
her.
you bring that up because I started watching the Uber videos that you get $5. I don't know if you guys have watched them. There's like 5 or 6 videos.
Oh.
It's like 25 minutes of training about sexual harassment and whatever thing. But I actually did learn something. They bring up a good point. It could make someone be uncomfortable. You say, "Oh, you heading home?" Like even though like I picked somebody up from the airport, that might make them feel uncomfortable. I didn't even realize because you're just like making conversation and they may not want to know that you know where their home is. So those videos, I actually did learn something, which is shocking. Usually it's just bullshit.
Well, some people, I've had people before who have had me drop them off a couple houses away because they don't want.
I've only
me
had
to
that
see.
one time out of 3,200 rides.
Me too. 1.
And maybe they were doing a different house and I didn't know. And as I drove away, they walked down.
Yeah.
But I've only had one person say, hey, I'm going to drop me off about 3 doors down, and then I'm just going to walk to the house.
I had one. There was 3 girls. They were all, probably early 20s. And they had me drop them out at the outside of the trailer park. That was it.
Yeah. I don't think it happens very often,
no.
but Sam says I've had it once, obviously. Don't know what that means. I feel like that's a joke that we know or a story that we know, but
where she's had to drop somebody off not at their house.
Yeah, I had it once, obviously. That doesn't do anything for us. So, let's move on here. But I'm a woman.
Are you a woman?
Woman. Shit, where am I? I'm totally out of my
I
loop.
think it's ad spot 2.
Oh, it is. All right. Speaking of ad spots, I don't know. Oiluber.com, and I just saw on the stream that they now have, put it up, emergency services is live on their website right now. You can sign up to be a tech, and you can only, if you want, you can only do the jump starts, which I'm excited about.
Jump start, jump.
While I'm not an oil change guy, I think it's still a great service, but I'm gonna probably this weekend buy a really awesome jump box. And sign up for that.
Why don't you just use cables?
So
for
you do
situations where you can't.
Well, I will have cables too, but you do run the risk of damaging your electrical system. I mean,
is that real though?
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should talk about after the spot.
Let's talk about after the spot. So if you go to oiluber.com, you can sign up for on-demand oil changes as a service. Get it done at your house. Or you can sign up to be a tech. You can change oil for people. You go to their house, you change the oil, you get paid. So go to oiluber.com to sign up for either getting the service or a tech, and to sign up to jumpstart cars. So that's awesome. I'm glad that they.
That is sweet.
Super sweet. I cannot wait to do that. I will probably sign up after the podcast tonight. After it's done.
I'm not an oil change person.
I can do
but
it.
I would sign up to do jump starts if I was going to be out and about.
Yes, that's super easy. And
so,
back to the jumper cable.
Is that a real thing now?
Someone that's watching the show right now, please fact check it. Mark, come on, let's figure it out.
I feel like I always hear about, you could damage your battery if you blah, 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 blah. I guess you can say that.
I don't hear the battery. I hear that your electrical system, where if you get a surge from the other car, because what if theirs is screwed up or whatever, and all of a sudden, I've jumpstart probably 30 to 50 times. Now, I'm a little different because I have equipment that sometimes dies and I have to jumpstart it, so I've done it more, and I've never had an issue.
Yeah.
So, but I will bring cables just in case, because those boxes sometimes, you got to charge them regularly.
Jamie Lynn says, I was told not to give a jump with my car when I bought it.
Yeah. Again, I think there is a chance that you could screw it up. Now, again, if you did 2 jump starts a day for 6 months, nothing would happen. I think there's a risk with all of that. But I guess
there's a risk of hitting a gigantic pothole.
That's rude. The last night you're here on the reg and you no, you're not getting that. Out of here. If I cut you out of the camera right now, I would.
Pretty sure, Mark, that if the cables are connected incorrectly, there's a chance that the cables might burn and smell really, 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 really bad.
Really bad.
Really bad.
Well,
I may know that from personal experience.
Jamie said hybrid, if that matters. So that might be a different thing.
I guess I could see that because it's all electric.
And there's 15,000. Well, it's not all electric, but there's $15,000 worth of batteries in there. So maybe you don't want to jumpstart. But if anyone can fact check that before the end of the show.
What's that thing say I run under Jamie Lynn's?
Hybrid, if that matters.
I don't know. The next comment. What's the next comment say?
Oh, shut up. You guys are dicks. Anyways, I'm going to sign up for it. I'm going to get a nice jump box. Sam, shut up. And
definitely get a jump box.
Yeah. And don't get... Did you and I talk about those little square ones that you can get that Or was it you?
So I have it's just about the same size as a phone, extra phone battery.
Right. So my boss bought one from he bought one from Costco thinking that this thing is going to do great. The truck battery was dead. He put it on there. It didn't do shit.
Not for a truck battery. I had one just like that, and it could just about start an Escort. I don't see it starting a truck.
Yeah, I told my boss that. I'm like, this isn't a 1 ton. It's an F350.
Jumpstart a Honda Fit with that, maybe.
I mean, so I told him he needed to buy the nicer one. So I'm going to buy a nice one.
Yeah.
So anyways.
And then maybe, I mean, you're probably not getting paid for it, but what if you also get a compressor? That might be nice. Get maybe one that has both.
Well, yeah, then it helps you. I mean.
Well, yeah, but when you're out there anyways, you can check the air in the car.
Come on, man. Didn't we talk about this last show about doing all the extra stuff?
Yeah.
Well, that's how you get the good
But I know we were just picking on Jason, but come on now.
Yeah.
We are only picking on Jason tonight. I told you. Come on.
My bad.
Oh, you guys had a pre-meeting about that? We should have a pre-meeting about him. We should pants him as he's walking out, tell him the live stream's over. Just make sure it's only his back end. We don't want to show genitalia. All right, moving on, Jesper. This is the rest of these are kind of pictures.
Gosh. So hang on.
No,
you're
never prepared.
I am. I was talking about other stuff.
Yeah,
so,
you get all excited. Pete, I don't even have to tell Pete. Hey, Pete. He just rolls. He hears the pause in the conversation.
He's not here anymore.
I know. I'm stuck with your ass.
Yeah. Just deal with me.
Sweet Jesus, someone help me.
Whatever happened to God's gift to ride share? That's what it says.
Oh, it is right. Ride share.
Ride share. Trip. I can't read what it says.
And then the comment says it's in Biden's laptop.
So, but I don't know why you give it to me. Of course, I get it.
Mark says,
but
Mark
it's
says
not.
what?
It's not Joe Biden. It's in Hunter's laptop.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that trip is dead.
No,
right now.
Larry posted something in the chat. They're like doing deliveries now. So I got in a huge fight with somebody on Facebook recently, calling another company that we had an interview. Zoom. That's live. You heard the interview for that if you listen to the podcast.
Zoom Ride.
Thank you. Good God. They're like, it's just another trip. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not a subscription base. But for those of you out there that see those companies that are subscription based, please don't do it. Don't do it. You should not have to pay to be on a platform.
No.
They pay you. That's how it works.
Now, there is certain models of Uber where you can pay a little bit to get more back.
Yeah.
In some markets.
Yeah, I guess.
But
yeah, what were you guys laughing at? I feel like I missed something.
Oh, Mark said, why not bring them a dozen donuts for free, too?
Who?
Mark said that about
the drivers, the people you're starting their batteries.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what are we going to do? Like ship shoppers? We're going to put gift cards and hula hoops in the damn thing? If you missed that show.
That was last time.
Frickin' Jesper wanted to basically rub their back. All right.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Pretty much.
No.
Oh, almost got it. All right.
All right. This Mountain Mike's location uses DoorDash for its delivery services. They pocket all the tips the customers leave for delivery and tell the drivers the customers didn't tip. I know for a fact I have firsthand witnessed the customer's app versus the restaurant tips. It's always zero. It's a shame they are thieves.
Okay, before you read the comments, explain what is going on there. How would the restaurant see the tips if it came through the app? Or I'm confused. It says they use it for delivery. They pocket all the tips that the customers leave for delivery and tell the drivers the customers didn't tip.
I'm sure maybe they have one delivery account and then they pay the drivers that way, maybe?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused because the app is between you and DoorDash. It's not between you, DoorDash, and the restaurant.
But what if the restaurant signed up for one delivery account through them and is using that to pay their drivers with maybe?
Maybe they're not actually maybe they're not DoorDash drivers. They work for
the restaurant.
And so they're stealing the tip. So you can continue on. I was just kind of confused by that.
Says the drivers, this is from... Oh, I lost my place. Sorry.
No, you're good.
It says, hi, thank you for your feedback. DoorDash charges $9 per delivery of any order. We have to make ends meet. Due to pandemic, we are short-staffed and are having difficulties hiring new staff. Thank you for your understanding as we move through these uncertain times. And somebody commented the drivers have to make ends meet as well. When they get $180 worth of food to deliver and the customer asks if they received the $60 tip or an $85 order and a $20 tip, then DoorDash pays its drivers $3 to deliver food you contracted out to them to deliver.
See, I read the rest of the comments earlier. It doesn't make sense. Our theory doesn't make sense because it's
No.
like I can't comment on DoorDash policy. The driver can work for us and get paid hourly plus tips. So is this even I don't even understand this.
Sam says maybe the restaurant is the customer and call drivers that way.
Maybe. I mean, when I initially scanned it, I'm like, this is bullshit. But now I'm reading it. I'm like, I don't even know how they're doing it. Maybe we should skip this article.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I got an article next. I didn't even read it. Damn it.
Talk about me not being prepared. What?
Right.
Again.
You almost said the F word again.
I didn't. I said, what the?
Anyways, it's kind of older news, but Lyft deal with what the fuck? What am I doing? What is this article about? Oh, okay. So Uber rival Lyft has announced that it'll be partnering with Grubhub. This is such an older article that so providing its Lyft Pink subscription members access to Grubhub, free food delivery, and other perks. Well, that's kind of cool. This one article I saw, and then I really haven't seen anything else about it, but the food delivery service has exploded during the coronavirus with on-site restrictions in many places after Uber's failed bid for Grubhub agreed to buy Postmates for... Wait, Uber bought Postmates? What kind of podcast is this? God, I am overwhelmed. I'm hot. I'm embarrassed that I didn't read this article. And it happens like at least once a show. One of us doesn't. So anyways, apparently Lyft
We're experts. Don't do what
We're
we
experts.
do.
They'll be partnering with Grubhub. They're not buying them. So I think it's a good idea. They should all be integrated anyways. I mean, Lyft, what's Lyft going to do? I mean, they are at the bottom of the barrel. They're only doing rideshare and some delivery stuff, but at least Uber's got Uber Eats, and that's exploding. That saved their ass during this pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Is the Uber Eats. So, yeah, I don't know why Lyft is not doing more. Maybe they don't have any money. So Sam said maybe the restaurant is the customer and call drivers that way. So basically what happens is you call the restaurant to order. The restaurant places the order on DoorDash to get a driver to come pick it up. Oh. That makes sense. But so then how does the restaurant keep the tip? So how do they do that? So that part makes sense, but how they're the customer. If they're the customer, then they would be the one tipping, right? So how are they keeping the tip? Well, because the customer that calls the original order is tipping, like by credit card or something. And then the restaurant's using DoorDash to place an order. Oh, so they're not giving the tip. So when, so which is such a weird way. Just sign up and use DoorDash. So DoorDash is the driver's coming to pick it up without a tip. Right. They know they're not getting one, but they're still picking it up. But the customer called. Okay, I get it. Thank God for Sam. Yeah. I was very confused on that. That is shady. And then they say it right on their Facebook page. Yeah. They're like, times are tough. Well, figure it out. We're all figuring it out too. That's douchey. I hate that company. Not DoorDash, but the other one. That's crap. Mountain Mike's. I don't think that I've never heard of them. So. I've never heard it either. But speaking of saving money, guess who's back? Me office. Michigan Insurance and Financial Services. Jackie. She is back. She, especially with the insurance reform, now it's time to save money. If you call her at 269-569-6127 or email her directly, Jackie at miafs.com. Now's the time to save money. Christmas is coming up. Yep. Things have changed as far as the rates go. You want to make sure you have enough protection. So give her a call. We love Jackie. She's been on the show before. For the new people, I don't know, what was it like? Was that before you? It's been a while. Yeah. It's been like 6-8 months, but call her 269-569-6127. Jackie is my insurance agent. And basically what she does is she's kind of like an insurance broker. You call her and she checks with a bunch of different companies and figures out what's the best for your needs, the best price for you, and etc. So 269-569-6127 or email Jackie at miafs.com.
I think she's actually exactly like an insurance broker, not kind of.
Well, I feel like she heard me say insurance broker once, and she goes, well, that's not it. And I didn't get an alternative. Like, what else should I call that?
Well, so I think they're called independent agent. So they don't sell for one agent.
Correct, one company.
They would sell for multiple. Yeah.
So they
find the right solution for you.
So I need to say independent agent instead of insurance broker.
I really don't know, but
you really don't know.
No.
Okay. Speaking of Zoom.
So
I don't know.
This one is.
I like that. That was a good one.
Going to be a picture, and this is
This is from Leo from Detroit,
yeah.
And this is just basically a screenshot of what he got.
So I'm trying to figure this out. So
Zoom
it's
rides.
a 7-minute total ride.
Right.
He had to go 2.2 miles to pick them up.
Distance to pick up 11.2 miles. Time to pick up 21 minutes.
So he had to drive 21 minutes to get there.
He didn't take this ride, by the way. So he had to drive 21 minutes to get there to make $5. So that being said, Zoom actually pays you a premium when you do long pickups like that.
Right.
If you listen to the last podcast, it was a bonus episode with Zoom. Carol talks about it, but I'm just curious. I just like all the information. Like they're telling you everything up front.
Well, and honestly, this isn't any different than getting a call downtown to fucking Allendale. I mean, sorry, but all the time you would have to do it.
Hey-o!
He had 3 almost, and he just dropped it. Yeah, but you wouldn't. But see, the thing is, you wouldn't take that one because you see how short the ride is.
I know, but at least, and she was saying, at least they're giving you the long pickup fee and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know what that is, and it's different from Uber's. Carol, it was a 30-minute interview. I'd really like. Carol wants to be on the show. Like want her to come in and sit down like in studio and talk a little bit more in depth about it.
What time of the day was this?
That is a good question.
Because honestly...
Oh, it was 2100, so that's 9:50 at night.
Yep.
Oh, okay, just kidding.
Why? What were we going to say?
I was saying, because if that's during the day, during the slow time, I mean, you get 4 of those rides.
I mean, you get $5. The estimated
$15. I mean, it's not...
But plus you would get paid to get... to go, but I wish it would tell you like you're getting an extra $4 for this trip because and it's more than Uber's. It's not Uber's is pennies.
But eventually you'll know. Eventually you'll know how much you're going to get along to pick up fee.
Yeah.
It's just like getting to know it.
Right. So I just thought it was
I mean if 9 o'clock at night's not really all that great.
No.
But if this is during the day, like
right, and let's
maybe you
face
wouldn't
it,
turn it
they're
down.
at a soft launch right now. Like they're not even officially launched. So this is all new. I know there's a lot of drivers out there that are excited about it. When we interviewed him, we saw the map, and there was a lot of cars on there, and he's not getting a ton of requests. But
I'm telling you what, guys, Jason's been giggly about this.
I know
since the interview, like giggling.
I'm like everyone thinks. I have to say, just to preface, they don't sponsor us. Like they're not. I'm just excited of how. I'm passionate about all the features they have that I want.
Right.
Well, and more than anything, it's a contender in the market. It's a third player, and it could have the potential of changing the rules.
Player 3 has entered the game.
Yes. Dun, dun, dun. And you do make more, but when they talked about it in the interview, it wasn't an exorbitant amount, which I'm okay with. Drivers just want a little bit more money, and they want some features that are a little bit better. They're not asking to get all the money from Uber. I mean, I'm sure some dumbasses are, like the ones that are going to vote no on Prop 22.
I wish that I knew you were going to go
You knew
there.
that was coming.
I knew you were going to go
that
there.
was coming. Okay, speaking of dumbasses, so I'm going to try to explain this. So I found this on Reddit. This guy, but basically he's trying to start a new rideshare, and it's weird, right? It's this on this lab fund. You have to vote to get it funded or something like that. But they use cryptocurrency. They're gonna background check the riders, like safety. Rideshare drivers should not be placed in an unsafe working environment. What is this? Again, Prop 22. We only require drivers to be background checked if DEB is able to, that's what it's called, DEB, is able to save riders money in year riding costs. Is a $30 yearly background check provided by the rider too much to ask? Okay, that's fucking, whoop. Damn it. That's not going to happen. They're aiming for a 10% commission rate. I don't know. It just seems, and then cryptocurrency, like, Someone commented like, how no one even knows how to use that. And he's going to back it by crypto so it'll look like a credit card when you pay for it, but it's actually crypto.
Crypto is so like
unreliable.
Oh yeah.
I know some guys who were almost millionaires and then dead broke
The next day.
and then almost millionaires and then dead broke. And
Yeah.
they're like, it's so bad.
Yeah. It's just
Maybe someday it'll be great.
yeah.
I don't think so. I think the whole idea behind cryptocurrency is just, no.
It says we aim to improve safety on our platform by requiring drivers to be 1 year vetted rideshare drivers with respectable ratings.
It's so volatile.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency.
I mean, the cryptos, to me, that's the biggest problem.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want a company that's dealing in crypto because I'm guaranteed the next day they're like, oh, yeah, we're shut down. We just lost $2 billion.
Right.
Like, it just seems weird. But, yeah, this is an app you want to stay away from. I mean, I don't even think it's an app. They're just trying to get it funded. It's this weird, like I said, lab fun. I don't know. It's stupid. Don't do it.
No.
No. Dumb. Shit. We never did a tip time. Son of a bitch. Anyways, Jesper, you're up next. This is kind of odd, but sorry. What?
No,
I'm on a roll.
Like, you're jumping all over
I'm
this thing.
like a kid in a candy store right now.
So,
I'm pissed at everybody.
If you lock your keys in the car while it's running, and it's a newer car, mine is a 2015, you can press the keyhole or little square by the door handle and pull the door handle at the same time, and it'll open. I spent $75 to find this out. It's worth it to try now with your windows just in case it ever happens
Okay.
to you.
This is stupid because everyone would break into everyone's car. Like, I think it was unlocked the whole time, and she was like, "Oh, sweet Jesus,
Well, and
it's open."
not gonna be the same on every make and model.
Well, I mean, who would even do a car like that? I mean, with the internet out, you can just Google that and be like, "Oh, I can break into all these cars."
Well, I think the key is while the car, it says if you lock your keys in the car while it's running.
Oh, did I miss that?
Yeah, while it's running.
Oh, maybe. Oh, shut up, Mark.
I could do that.
But I
with my
still
car.
don't think it's the same. It's like that for every make and model. Why would it be that way?
I don't know. It just seems okay. So while it's running,
While it's running. That makes sense, though.
No, it doesn't. How many carjackings happen? You go to frickin', you lock. Oh, I guess you're right. But I mean, if you knew that happened and you walked up, let's say you steal cars, you know this make and model, like, oh shit, they left the car running, it's locked. I know how to unlock it. Beep beep. Car.
I'm sure that it probably.
I'm sure there's trips. There's tricks.
Mark says the fob has an NFC chip and will unlock it when it's.
Well, what's cool
When
is
close.
my wife has so it's not even that. I mean, it's a nice. It's 2016. It's 4 years old, but it's loaded. It has that feature. She has the key in her purse. She just walks up and grabs the handle, and it freaking unlocks. It's
Right.
insane.
We had
It's NFC.
Yeah, it's great.
We had a car when I was at the pizza shop. We had a car. Somebody came to pick up pizza, and at that store, you park right in front, right by the front counter.
Yeah.
It's probably
Is that the 44th and Byron Center?
no Plainfield store.
Oh, did you say that? I was
No.
reading. Okay.
But just like the 44th and Byron Center store, it's right there by the front counter. But the lady left her vehicle running, walked inside to pick up her pizza, and
Yeah.
somebody ran up, took off with the car.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it happens. I mean,
So Samantha says that she can't even lock her car if the keys is in the
Yeah,
ignition.
see,
that makes more sense to me.
yeah, yeah. I can't lock. Yeah, my car, even when it's off, if the keys are in it, every other door will lock except the driver door, so you don't lock your keys in the car. I don't know how she was able to lock it while it's running. I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm going to try that with the
Shit,
Honda.
I gotta move on. Whoops, sorry. Free plug. Sorry. You're gonna try that what?
With the Honda.
Oh, it might work.
It's
I don't know.
2015, so
Yeah,
I
it
think.
might work. God, it's hot down here. I just turned the heat off.
It's me.
so there's no tip top. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. We'll wrap this sucker up. How long have we been podcasting?
An hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and 10 minutes. That's pretty good. Okay. Who's up first? Oh, me. Yeah. Oh, I forgot our Patreon ad. Ah, damn it. We'll do that at the end.
Do that
All right.
now.
When you find out it's an apartment delivery and it's Kanye being Kanye.
With his Kanye face.
With his so I actually don't mind it. Like, why do these people... Okay, do I want to carry 6 cases of water from Costco up 3 flights of stairs? No. I would be pissed at that. But if you're making a delivery for food, it's like, okay, it's some stairs. You probably need the damn exercise anyways. I know I need it.
Right.
It's just kind of funny when they are fussy about it.
I don't need any exercise.
Yes, you do.
My body.
I haven't heard you walking this
My body
morning.
is my temple.
Temple for food.
Hey now.
Hey-o! Got him.
I accepted a $2.45 order. I was dying the whole way there because there's a comment. And the note from the customer goes, leave at door. Do not knock. Dog will bark. I will yell. Shit will get real.
Yeah,
I've seen that quite a
For
bit.
$2.45.
That's what I do, though. When I order delivery from somewhere, I tell them to leave it on the step.
Yeah.
And don't ring the doorbell.
Well,
because
yeah, I totally get that.
nuts.
And for sleeping kids.
Yep.
And if they have dogs and the kids are sleeping, you ring the doorbell, guess what's going to happen?
Dang. Sam said STFU, Jesper.
Yeah.
What?
She told you to shut up.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. I don't know what she's telling you to shut up for.
All right, so next one. In order to protest the new Uber Eats $2.50 base pay, I'm going to decline every offer until my acceptance rate is 0%. Then I would delete the app. Uber is garbage.
Oh, get over yourself. Like, well, go to fucking California and sorry. Go to California and vote no. Oh, she was laughing at the temple thing.
Yeah, everybody knows. It's anyways.
Well, guys, this has been fun. It's hotter than shit in here. I don't know. I think I need to open the windows when we podcast. Well, you're gone, but fuck
Don't let
you.
that gigantic bug in. I don't see it around this time.
Well, I have a freaking screen, but yeah, I need to open the windows. I just turned the heat up. I heard it kick on again. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sweating, and I'm in a t-shirt tonight. Pete wears shorts. I think I'm about
my brother picked me up to bring me out here, and he's like, "You got shorts on?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's hot as balls in his basement."
I think it's just so closed up, and the door closed, and
it's all the big bodies.
It is the big bodies, and we're just running our effing mouths for like
laughing,
getting
all sweaty.
And I should probably close that vent when we're podcasting. So, John was over in YouTube the whole show, not commenting. Thank you.
Hi, John.
Rude.
No, he was. He kind of a little bit.
Did
Oh
he?
shit!
Yeah.
Hold on, we got to
He was every day is like a field trip.
It's my anniversary today. You can say happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, buddy.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy
What are you doing
anniversary.
down there?
Happy
Why
anniversary.
are you not out with your wife?
Hey, it's been like a touchy subject that I podcast on an anniversary. Now, mind you, we have a weekend scheduled in 2 weeks. So,
Okay.
anyways, Jamie says I'm having a hot
I'm
flash.
sorry, I didn't mean to touch on that one.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject. That's for Threads to talk about. But speaking of money, no, I had terrible transitions tonight. If you want to know about extra gigs, one we interviewed tonight, one we interviewed last Wednesday, one we're interviewing next Wednesday. We're killing it. We're killing it. We're killing it. Go to Gig Economy. No, go to patreon.com. I know I still can't get it. Go to patreon.com, search the Gig Economy podcast. You can join the $10 tier and you get free merch. Just talked to a merch person today, so we're getting that signed up. And you also get one extra podcast a month. You get 2 this month because we missed September. And then you get behind the scenes before the show starts where we talk shit and all that stuff. So, and happy birthday to our good friend John Volette. I don't know if I said that right. He is probably the OG of the Telegram group. I mean, as far as like a fan.
I almost said who cares, but I'm not going to.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. But see,
Sorry, John.
That's something he would say. That's something he would say.
He goes, thanks, Jesper.
Let's see. Janet says, have a great fortnight. Might miss your next cast as I'm away on holiday. Yep. Well, we appreciate Janet from New Zealand.
We don't play Fortnite. Jenna, what's up with that?
Have a great fortnight. What does that even mean, though?
Fortnite is like, it's a term.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it I want to say like a fortnight is like 40 days.
Hey, Siri,
Put it up
what
to
is
the
a
speaker.
fortnight?
Fortnite? It's Fortnite. All right, put it up the speaker. Do it again. Do it again.
Fortnite is an online video game
No! Dumbass. Try it again. Put it up to the mic so people can hear it at least.
What is a fortnight in terms of time?
Time.
Here's an answer from wikipedia.org. A fortnight is a unit of time equal to 14 days, 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
2 weeks.
Sam
2
was-
weeks.
She called us.
Wow. Even my brother said it's like 2 weeks. You know what? Listen.
Hey, we've talked that we're not geography people. We're not time people.
Hey, by the way, Janet, you can go on holiday. What the? No,
2 weeks? Who the hell? Hey, you know why she's going on holiday? Because she's an independent contractor. So vote yes on Prop 22. On that note, good night.
Have a good night, guys.